What is going on out there, peeps? I hope you guys are all doing pretty good at tolerating these attacks against, I guess, all the different cell services, social platforms, whatever you want to call it. Something seems to be going on. Everything is moving extremely slow. I know when I'm trying to upload videos, when I'm trying to make them, when I try to go from one website to another, there are long pauses in between each one of them. It takes a long time to do what I need to do. So let's go ahead and get into this. Vietnam. What is going on over there as we talk about Vietnam as usual? It's different than what's going on over in Iraq. This has to do more with the strength of the economy, strengthening the dollar of the Vietnam dong. We are expecting Vietnam dong to be part of a much bigger agenda, which is a global currency reset, which the rumors are it's going to happen in 2020. So we'll keep an eye on it and see what happens, all right? So let's get into it quickly. Just a reminder that Pimpy's Investment Chat is the same name as the YouTube channel, and I will leave a link to it so you guys can come and join us. It is free to do so, all right? In here we do talk about the Vietnam dong, Iraqi dinars, gold, silver, cryptocurrencies, you name it. Also, there is one other group called Hidden Things in Front of Your Eyes. In here is a lot about current events as well as things that you might consider conspiracy or what have you. So I'll leave a link for there. So both of them will be in the description. You can click them and come join us over here. It's free to do it. All right, so look, we all know that around the world, a lot of people are taking a pretty good hit when it comes to the Rona. All right, and people are going into recessions. Look at this. Most Southeast Asian economies to fall into recession and rebound in 2021. Fall into recession. Is that right? I think recession is what? Two or more quarters of down? Is that what a recession is? Something like that. And then rebound in 2021. Well, it doesn't seem like a very long recession, but let's see what's going on in Vietnam. Well, checky here. What did I tell you? Vietnam will emerge from the pandemic the least affected of all countries in Southeast Asia, though it is not immune to the sharp slowdown in trade flows, according to the report of the Institute's Chartered Accounts in England and Wales and Oxford Economies. Here's what it's not Vietnam that slowed down Vietnam. It's the fact that other countries couldn't do a lot of trading because of the Rona, and that affected what was going on in Vietnam because Vietnam was ready to do business altogether. But now that economies are starting to slowly open up, you'll start to see rebounds, all right? The Corona Global Outlook. After the outbreak report says most regional economies will fall into recession in the first half of 2020 due to severe impact. The first half, we are just dang near over the first half of the year. We're already 15th of June. The first half of the year will be over in 15 days. So this should be interesting. Trump did say we were going to have a very interesting third quarter and an even better fourth quarter with a booming 2021. So, however, growth is expected to spring back in an average of 8% in 2021. An 8% jump is huge, by the way. Supported with fiscal stimulus packages and monetary easing, for as well as change the rate so the rest of us can make a lot of money and go out there and help the economy. I know you guys support that. All right. And during a Rona outbreak, we'll see world GDP shrink to about 4.7% in 2020, more than double the impact of the global financial crisis in 2028, the biggest recession post-war. We'll see about that. Anyways, this article goes on to talk about the different countries and Thailand being the worst to be hit. But that Vietnam is basically coming out almost unscathed. All right, I'll leave a link to all these articles so you can come and check them out yourself. But basically, it's saying that, hey, Vietnam came out pretty much unscathed. But here's the problem. They have to rely on the other countries that they trade with to do what they need to do. Vietnam is poised to benefit from manufacturing shift by multinational companies through the impact of the slowdown on global demand that would continue to weigh on its supply chains and manufacturing sectors. So Vietnam, of course, I told you there's countries all over the place moving out of China and moving into places like Vietnam. This is why I keep telling you there is both a short-term and long-term beneficial to invest in Vietnam. The currency is short-term. The mutual funds and other companies on their stock exchange are long-term. The VNM mutual fund is something that you should consider investing into because I think Vietnam has tons more growth potential. The UPCOM trade firms seeks ways to burst switch. So what kind of switch are we talking about? Unlisted public companies are planning to move to Ho Chi Minh and Hanoi Stock Exchange to increase their share of liquidity and capital. So the Deutsche Traffic Infrastructure Investment. So see, these are some of the companies you can think about, okay? The JSC, the UPCOM, or the HHV will support shareholders' approval to plan to cancel trading on the unlisted public company market, the UPCOM, and to list on Ho Chi Minh Stock Exchange. This is a huge move. Okay, you're going from an unlisted public company to a listed public company. So this is a company that you might want to consider, JCS over there. Okay, they're making a big jump and that will impact their shares. The company has traded more than 227 million shares on the unlisted one. The switch will allow the company to raise capital, thus funding its infrastructure investment projects. So see, that's the kind of stuff you want to look for if you're an investor. Opportunities to jump on a bandwagon before it starts to take off. So the traffic infrastructure investment is the investors of many build, operate, transfers, BOT projects such as the, I'm not going to try to pronounce these, highways and tunnels in 2020. The company will need 737 billion Vietnam dongs to invest in two former projects. So this is a good time to get in on the ground floor if you ask me. So take a look at for this one to make the switch. You probably could jump on them on the unlisted. Well, if it's unlisted, I guess you can't wait for them to get on Ho Chi Minh. JSC, okay? Anyways, I will leave the link in here so you guys can read about it a little bit more because there are other ones on here that might catch your fancy. You could get in on the ground floor. And let's see, trade volume and value of the HNX more doubled than the unlisted one, while those on the HOS were 17 to 50 times higher retrospectively. That's a pretty good heck of a jump, if you ask me. If I'm looking to invest into something, if you can get a 17 to 52% or 50 times jump, I'll take that. I'll take that jump. Like I said, you got an opportunity to jump in on the ground floor. This is good news. This is how you know things are really starting to take off and the economies are opening up. Thai Vietjet sells tickets on 5 new domestic routes. That's right, as the airlines start to rebound. And who was it that sold their shares of airlines? Oh, that's right, Warren Buffett. I'm sure he's kicking himself in the butt now because they are really starting to rebound, and that's just about everywhere. So a joint venture between Vietjet and Thai airline Con Air started selling tickets on its 5 Thailand domestic routes from Monday. These routes will connect the capital of Bangkok with famous tourism and culture destinations from the north to the south, including, I'm not going to even try to pronounce any of those cities. You can see them right there on your screen. The latest edition has extended Thai's Vietjet domestic flights networks to 12 routes connecting 11 destinations in Thailand in order to bring more chances for people and tourists to benefit from tourism and trade in Thailand. So this is good. Thailand and Vietnam opening up routes, opening up more business. Again, those are 2 places that I absolutely plan on going to visit myself. I'm a food buff, and I know I've seen so many videos on, they're called street vendors for both Vietnam and Thailand. I'm not a big fan of over spicy things, but I definitely want to go try their food. The seafood looks unbelievable. So things are starting to look good for both Vietnam and Thailand if they're able to open up air routes that allows tourism in there. Both thrive off the tourism business. This is a big deal. All right, and that's what we're looking for, because if their economies start to strengthen, what else strengthens? Their currency. That's right. You over in the corner, good answer. All right, Mau shrimp industry picks up. Well, I love shrimp. I don't know about you. Shrimp exports and prices in the province are showing signs of recovery after being heavily affected by the Rona. All right, you guys, I told you every day I see articles like this in Vietnam. More and more companies really starting to skyrocket, starting to take off. It's looking good over there. I think Vietnam definitely is a good long-term investment, as well as look at all the different companies I talk about. So for those of you who can afford to or are interested in, you can see the articles if you look on your screen and think about investing into those companies singularly on their exchange if you want. According to the Chow Mao People Committee, the province shrimp export turnovers during the first 4 months of the year saw a 20% drop year over year due to the Rona, but shrimp exports turnovers are now only 10% lower compared to the same period last year. So already they're starting to catch back up, and if not, most likely will pass. So they might have taken a little bit of a hit, but it looks like they're going to be able to make up for lost time here shortly. Since shrimp's exports are picking up, the price of shrimp materials are also rising. For instance, white leg shrimps, the 100 shrimps per kilo variety, are sold at, what is that, 3.7 US dollars? I'll take it per kilo. Good Lord, man. I don't know how many shrimps in a kilo, but it sounds like a lot. I might be wrong, man, but I'll take a kilo's worth of shrimp. Fry them bad boys up with some good sauce. It's 20% higher compared to the mid-March. All right, the price of giant tiger shrimp, which are my favorite, while still lower than before, the Runa has seen an increase of 10,000 Vietnam dongs. That's 15,000 per kilo compared to mid-March. I will eat those by the dozens. I love them. Anyways, as usual, like I said, I'll leave a link to all these articles, and all I'm trying to show you is that, look, the stronger Vietnam's economy becomes, the stronger their currency becomes, the more business they start doing in trade, the more they're going to be closer they are to being forced to increase their rate. We also know that they're part of a much bigger agenda, which is a global currency reset. All right, you guys. Anyways, I just wanted to show you all this news as usual. Vietnam has been looking good, even despite the Rona. They continue to kick boo-boo. All right. Anyways, just wanted to share that with you. And is there anything big going on? Nope. That is it for now. I'll catch you later.